Boridar and good morning. Welcome to Wales. Join me on this journey to this fantastic destination. Morning. Welcome to Destination by Default. This morning we are in Ffestiniog in North Wales. We're visiting a location I'd sort of seen while perusing Google Earth in the past. Looks to be some good slate mining ruins. After a bit of research, looks like there's a good circular route we can walk. So sort of left home about 6:30 this morning. It's now 9:20. Just arrived at the car park. I'll leave a link to the car park in the description if you want to do a similar walk. I'll try and describe the walk as best as possible and leave some instructions if you want to follow me on this journey. Just putting my boots on, having a coffee, and then we'll set off and see if we can make head and tail of this route. I haven't actually done that much research on the route other than just looking on Google Earth and Google Maps. To be honest, in England you never, or Wales, we're in Wales, you're never really lost. You just sort of keep walking, you find your way somewhere and always make your way back to the car. So join me on this journey. So just about to leave Ffestiniog car park. As I said, I'll leave a link in the description where I parked. The trusty rusty Volvo made it. Quite an uneventful journey really. So walking up from the car park, there's two paths we can sort of go. Now I think if you take the right track it takes you to the lake first, but I think we'll take the left path and have a look at this little waterfall along the way, and then I think the route we're going to walk is up that way. I'll try and get the pronunciations right, where we are and what mountains we're climbing. Squeaky swing gate. We've got pesca with us today. Not sporting a little Dennis the Menace jumper. Nice little waterfall here, nothing too big. So again, sorry for the pronunciation if I'm absolutely murdering the Welsh language. This is Cwmorthin waterfall. Cwmorthin is that? Have I pronounced that correctly? Let me know in the description if I've murdered that pronunciation. We'll walk up this path and see where that takes us. I think signal's quite good round here, so should be able to get Google Maps up and look to take Pesk off the lead. Go on then, girl. Pesk in her younger days has sort of spent a lot of time walking with myself in Wales. She's obviously done Snowdon a couple of times, and one of them was a bit of a training walk for the Three Peaks Challenge. So obviously she's done Scarfell Pike, being the tallest in England, and she's done Snowdon, tallest in Wales, and she's done Ben Nevis. That might have been once or twice, but I think some of them mountains might be a bit tall for her now. But she just keeps plodding on, bless her. Go on then. I say it's 9:30. It's about 1 degree C, so not too cold. I think it's probably going to warm up a bit later today, but not too icy. I mean, on the drive to Wales, did sort of encounter some icy patches on the roads, and the car said it was down to -2. If you take your time, it's not too dangerous, is it? Already climbing, you might be able to see the Volvo down there. Absolute huge piles of slate, so obviously it's the history and the remnants of the slate mining in the area. Bit muddy. So I think we'll make a bit of progress along this path, and when it comes to a road, make some progress up here, and we'll stop for an early lunch. I didn't really feel like having breakfast this morning as I left home. Of course, you never have breakfast, and half an hour into the drive you start getting hungry. Put Pest back on the lead, being as there's a road. So we'll go off up in that direction, and hopefully we see a finger post directing us the correct way. Old house over there, I don't know if you can see it. Just in the distance, sort of. Yeah, old stone or slate house. There she is, she's caught up. Come here. Good girl, come on. Some white stuff over there. I don't know if there's a bit of snow on the hills. So, all in all, not a bad morning so far. Fingers crossed the rain stays away, stays dry. So I have packed my waterproof trousers, and I've got a waterproof coat on as well. Should probably have to lightly take this off, get too hot in a bit. Sheep up there, look, I don't know if you can see it. Lovely scenery, especially against the sort of blue skies, moderately blue skies. A little bit further up the road, not much further, maybe only come 1/4 of a mile, and there's this interesting structure. I don't know if you can see, sort of obviously man-made, goes straight up. There's a little tunnel straight through the rocks. I'm guessing that was to get all the slate down. Used to be maybe a railway of some sort. Some old cable there, so obviously it's too steep for like a steam engine or anything like that. That would have been used to lower slate. Down there next to that lake, this little building here, I believe, I mean it's been a lot of time since I've been up there, I believe that's Ffestiniog pump storage hydro power station. I used to work for a company called International Power, and that was one of the assets they owned. Latterly become Engie, and as apprentices we were brought up to North Wales to have a look at Ffestiniog hydro station and Dinorwig, or Dinorwick. I've seen it spelled both ways, I'm not sure which it is. And I think the building's sort of in the distance, if you can see it. You can just about see it on the horizon. I think this sort of square lump here on the camera is that building. I believe that is Transfinid nuclear power station, I think it's currently, and has been for a long time, being decommissioned. Didn't pass it on the way in. On the way in I sort of went for the scenic routes a little bit more, so nice driving roads. Coming this way before, I have been past Transfinid, but yeah, driving here I did sort of think, was that in the area? And it's just confirmed it. My geology and geography isn't that bad. So, quite a steep road walking up. Hopefully soon we'll see a little branch off to the right, which we'll take and then walk up to our first summit. Big old lake, and I believe on this walk we'll go to the upper lake, or walk near the upper lake to Ffestiniog power station. So, not sure the height difference between the sort of bottom lake and the top lake, but I remember being driven up there by one of the employees of, might come under the name First Hydro, or Ffestiniog power station. They drove us up to the upper lake, and that really was a good driving road. Just switchback after switchback, snaking its way up the mountain to the upper lake. Already gaining some height. So, lovely morning to be out walking in Wales. So, Wales is my sort of closest neighbouring country to where I live. You know, I have considerably longer drive going to Scotland than I do Wales, so that's probably why I've done a lot of walking in Wales growing up. Used to quite regularly just jump in the old van I used to have and drive to Wales. Whew. Making me blow a bit walking up here. Too much coffee, not enough food. You can see the dam wall down there for the lower lake of Ffestiniog. Don't know if that's high or low, or just in the middle for sort of the depth. And you can just see a bit of, on the shorelines, like darker, which I'm presuming is dirt, so I'm guessing the lake's a bit low. I'm guessing they've pumped all the water up the top lake to release for peak demand, and it's a Saturday, so probably, what's the time now, 20 to 10, probably coming up to a morning peak now, so might be releasing that water. Looking in the distance, some nice mountains. Summits are covered in cloud. Hopefully that will clear up by the time we get up there. I think I'll have to get Google Maps out. We keep walking. So the summit I've sort of picked out on Google Maps is Moelwyn Mawr, if I've pronounced that correctly. So looking at the altitude we're at now, it's going to be quite a steep slog going up, I think. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I think. Oh, I'm going to have to take my coat off. I don't need the waterproof on. Excuse me. Just eating an apple. I need some energy. Sort of followed the road up. And I've got something interesting in sight. But the road that I spoke about earlier when we visited as apprentices, I believe this is the road we're on, and just come to the dam of the upper lake. Oh, there's a path here. Shall I go that way? I think we'll walk up here, get a closer look at the dam. But even from this distance, it's quite impressive. I think there's someone walking across the top, so should we aim just to get up there? Remnants of some houses as well. Quite interesting if you signed up to Dull Men's Club. But the concrete is different colours, so I'm guessing there's been repairs made in the past. Sort of recollect a little bit from the time in the power industry was, I think the news was out there increasing the height of either both upper and lower dam, or just upper dam to increase its capacity. I can't remember if that was Ffestiniog or annoy or both. Excuse me, I'm just out of breath. But let's make our way up there, and I'm sure we'll have some even better views from up there, and have some views of the top lake. Yeah, definitely some people up there, so I'm not sure how they get up there, whether you walk around or you can go this way. But let's go up there and enjoy the view. So we've got up here, you can see the dam off to my left. So this is the upper lake of Ffestiniog hydro power station. So that building is water intakes. Hoping we just sort of walk over this, and the other side we continue up the mountains. I'm not sure which one is Moelwyn Mawr, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. Temperature's definitely dropped up here, it's cold. Plenty of warm weather gear in me, might have to put my hat on. It's quite cold, starting to get earache, but so I guess the water level is quite low, so I guess, I mean it's been winter, so I'm guessing water level is up. I guess it does fluctuate with seasons, but I guess they're letting water go to make electric. That building's the water intakes. Go and have a look around there, and then head off the other side, see if we can find a route up, see which mountain I'm actually going up. But, I recall when I was sort of here many years ago as an apprentice, the guy that was showing us around that worked at Ffestiniog power station, he'd sort of mentioned up over in that direction over there somewhere there were some caves, and in the Second World War a lot of art from art galleries in London and surrounding cities and cities throughout the UK was stored up here just in case the Nazis did ever invade the UK, and just to safeguard the fine pieces of art. But quite high. I never really used to be scared of heights when I was younger, but it definitely makes me feel a bit uneasy looking down there nowadays. Don't know where that fear's come from. It definitely turns my belly a little bit. You can see that twisty road there. It would be good to come up there in a car that's a little bit more sporty than the Volvo. I hear you say more sporty than the Volvo. That's not possible. But interesting, there's like steam or condensation blowing out of them vents. Wonder how that works. Maybe just because it's so cold up here, the the water in them tunnels that lead down to the bottom, well, through the turbines into the bottom lake, is warmer than the air. Come on, Pesk. Is warmer than the air up here. Of the architecture, it sort of screams out sort of 1960s, 1970s maybe, sort of nationalised industry construction. Sort of reminds me a bit of the Bankside power station, which is now the Tate Modern, and I believe the control centre at Bankside, the National Grid Control Centre, is still active there. And from what I remember, it looks similar engineering to that. Head off that way and see if we can pick up a path. I think I'll have to maybe get Google Maps out. I'm also going to stop and put my hat on. Water intakes back there, and I don't think the path goes over this way and up the mountain, so I may have to retrace my steps a little bit and head back the way I've came. Oh, maybe we can. That's the spillway, so I guess for some reason I thought that would have water in it, but obviously the water's not that high. So go down this way and see if we can make our way over there. But it's quite, I imagine it's quite impressive when water's overspilling that spillway. I think that's the best way over there. This way. Great view of the dam over this side. It's quite good engineering. It's great to think, you know, that was sort of built however many years ago, you know, and it's still standing and still reliably producing power. Oof. It is cold up here. So, head off this way. Oof. Oh, a bit of snow there. Oh, went a bit off piste walking up from that sort of spillway of the upper lake, the upper power station lake, but rejoined footpath now, quite a bit higher than the upper lake. Pesk seems to be doing all right. We were just down here at the spillway, and we've sort of come around and up this sort of way, and then we're on this sort of path that goes around the edge of this mountain off to my left. I don't know if I want to go up to the summit today. I don't know if it's a bit much for Pesk. I mean, she's getting old now, and she's all right on the flat stuff, but as soon as it, you know, gets a bit steep, a bit rocky, she struggles a bit. You know, she's not as agile as she was. Oh, look at this. Get her on a close lead. Look at this. Come on. Stop sniffing the sheep poo. Oh, it's all right. She, I could just see her falling off the edge there, maybe. But yeah, she's not as agile as she used to be, or as fit. But we'll see. I don't know. We might sort of start heading up, and then if I think it's too much for her, we'll head back. But I'll show you the view from up here. So, sort of little stone or slate house, should I say, here, and there's another one off in the distance. We were just down by the lake, and so I think we can sort of head up this path there and then go off up to the summit up here. Or I think maybe this path that just runs around the ridge and head off down is probably a bit more favourable today. Just because I got Pesk with me, I might Might leave her at my parents one day, then come back up here to complete the ridge. See if anyone wants to join me. So I work with Aaron. We did Snowdon. When was it? Was it late last year? Can't remember now. Could have been late last year. And oh, it's freezing. It was top of Snowdon, which is just sheet ice. But I mean, I've done Snowdon quite a few times, and I'd never seen it so busy. And at the top, oh, it's God knows what. It was probably 60 plus mile an hour winds, and obviously the train wasn't running. But to be honest, we were sort of glad to get down off the ridge and the peak and off the ridge for Snowdon. But I jokingly said, should we go back group cock? But I don't think Aaron was too impressed with doing that. But, so right, got a choice now. We have to head round or head up. Decisions. I don't know what to do. She looks all right now, bless her. But come on, Pesk. Yeah, she looks all right now. But I think we'll go round. We won't go up to the summit today. I mean, it's covered in cloud. It'd be nice if we get a view from the top. Maybe plan it for a day. Oops. It's not cloudy. Windy up here, man. Another summit up there. Good walk. Quite like it to this remoteness. You know, just sort of summit. You know, sort of makes you want to come back with a tent and just jump from one summit to another. Just keep walking. I don't know if you can hear me over the wind on the mic. Wind's just dropped now, so you probably can hear me. But yeah, I don't think we'll go up to the summit today. We'll definitely come back and do that. There's a bit of a path here, but I think there's a bit more of a path down there. I'll carry on down here for a bit, but might drop onto that path. Pesk definitely seems a bit happier now we're not on the flat, you know, and not climbing. I mean, it might be that we get around this first ridge and then we'll head up to the summit if I can see, you know, a bit more of an easier path to take. But we'll play it by ear. What do you reckon? Is that water level going down in the upper lake? What do you think? I think it's going down. It looks a bit lower. The sort of tide mark looks a bit greater, a bit bigger tide mark. But, we'll carry on round here and see if we can see anything interesting. Might stop for a coffee in a minute. I don't know if it's dropping me down a bit far just to go to that slate building down there and stop there for a coffee. I don't know if I'll have to sort of come back up here. I don't know if this is a footpath or if it's just some grazing sheep walk regularly. I guess it's a footpath. Looks trodden. Right, Pesk, what's up? Oh, is she giving up, bless her? Ooh. What's up? Hey? Yeah, definitely I don't think we'll go up to the summit today. Go on then. Good girl. Yeah, we'll make our way back. I'll stop for a coffee in a minute. Oh God. Never mind, Pest struggling, I'm struggling. Look at that view. Fantastic. Some people walking up to that summit there. I guess they've been out early. So I might which way do we go? I think this is a route. Carry on a bit further around here. Feeling like I need a coffee. I might just sit on that nice rock there, have a coffee, give Pest some more water and give her some treats. Oh, a little bit further along, sort of stop for a sandwich and a bit of coffee. Pest had half my sandwich and just a bit of water. Late down there, tide's definitely going out. More beach, so to speak. And just come across these caves. Pretty cool. I mean, drip, drip, drip. Could probably get through there if you're crazy enough. It's danger. I haven't got a good torch with me. I've only got the. No, it's not going to do anything. Wonder how far they go back. Wonder if these are the caves that I spoke about the pieces of art from museums being stored during World War II just to keep the artwork safe. Wonder if these are the caves, or I mean, are they? Oh well. Mental note. Oh my days. Mental note. I don't know if you can make that out. That's a long way down. It's a long way down. Mental note, keep a good torch in my bag now. For walks. I'd love to see what's down there or how deep it goes. See again. I mean, I can see some bottom. I can see something down there. I don't know if it's a reflection of something, but I think it goes down a lot further than I can see. I mean, are they natural caves? Are they man-made? I don't know. Oh, my days. It's a good way down to get around. If anyone knows anything about them caves, leave it in the comment. I'll be interested to know what them caves are all about. I'll have a little dig. I wonder if I have a look at where I am on Google Maps. Someone may have pinpointed some information on there. What they are. But could us, I'm guessing could us so much spoil they are man-made caves. Was it purely mining for slate? I don't know. Pretty cool. Leave it down there. I think definitely work our way around. Okay, so we're sort of northeast of Moelwyn Mawr now. Obviously didn't decide to summit that today. I think Pest would have struggled, to be honest, and I would have struggled to see anything. I mean, covered in cloud, the peak, so sort of on this nice bit of ground. Actually, it's sort of quite flat, easy going. Go and see if I can find what's it called, Rhosydd quarry. By the look of it, there's some quite nice abandoned, ruined buildings there. Actually, where I'm currently walking, there's some abandoned buildings also. There's some people over there, so I'm not that lost. But wind's definitely dropped on this side of the mountain. It's quite nice. So not sure how much further we've got to walk, but shouldn't take us excuse me, I think all that cold wind's giving me a bit of a cough. I haven't got that much further to walk. We'll slowly make our way back to the car and then home. But, a couple of things that are of interest to myself on Google Earth and Google Maps along the way, so go and suss them out and see what they are. Lovely and quiet up here. Quite soft and peaty to walk on. It's quite nice under the feet. It's not spongy. I imagine Pesks finding it nicer to walk than on the last stony ground she was walking on. Standard buildings up here. I think just over here we've got to drop down into that valley to see the rest of the workings of the quarry. I think there's a couple of quarries on the way back and an old church, and then we walk beside a lake for a bit, then we're back at that car park where we started. But I don't think it's warmed up much. My hands are cold. I just keep swapping and putting them in my pocket. I've got gloves in my bag. Don't ask me why I don't get them out. But, I might just have a little look at these ruins. Tell you what, you got to give it to the people that worked up here. I mean, I'm guessing these are a quarry, it says, not a mine, so they're obviously digging up slate, which is the natural geology for this area. But I mean, my gosh, you got to give it to them, sort of coming all the way up here, doing a hard day's work and then walking back, or whether these were houses, whether, you know, they'd bunk up here for a couple of nights, you know, do their work and then go back to their families, back to their homes, you know, in near neighbouring villages. But so I don't think you'd live up here, would you? Interesting. Looks like it's got a basement. Unless I don't think. Yeah, it's a basement, isn't it? I think these large slates, piece of the slate would have covered that. Maybe it's like a cold storage for food. Looks like it's brightening up a bit. It's felt a bit dull and drab all day so far, but unless it's all a light coloured slate around here, bouncing the light back up, but it's quite bright. Have a look at that house there. I need to have a look at the map and see where we've got to head down to for this quarry. Actually, what's the time now? I think down that way there's some more buildings. 10 to 12 now. Well, we've got plenty of time before it's dark. Let's head down this way. Oh wow, would have been a substantial building once upon a time. I think we can just walk down this way. It's no biggie. Normally fine when you're walking in places like this, you think, oh, I can get down that way, and then you walk over there thinking you can get down, and you have to double back a bit and find a different route down. Come on then, Pesk, which way are you going to go down? Come on. Yeah, good girl. Still got it, bless her. But, I mean, I love bringing Pesk along, but at certain times you think, oh, you know, this is maybe a bit much for her. You know, she really does slow up, and might see if I can get something to sort of carry her on my chest, so you know when she's struggling it's steep, I can put her on my chest, and then when it's levelling out can put her back down. At least then she's still enjoying the walk without getting too tired. Seems a bit pointless to leave her at home if I can still bring her along. Obviously found something to sniff. Wow, quite a big old building. I think, to be honest, we're just going to work our way down and drop into the valley, and that'll be just a slow walk back to the car. I think this is the quarry that I've sort of seen. Rhosydd quarry is the next one. So, I mean, on the map we're sort of in between. Is it Cwmorthin and Rhosydd quarry? Pardon my pronunciation. If you're Welsh, you're probably, or Welsh speaking, you're probably cringing at my dialect at the moment. But just maybe plug them into Google Translate it and get it to narrate it to me. At least I'd get my pronunciation right there. Oh, I've got a couple of Welsh speaking friends. Could ask them for their pronunciation, so if we at least get it right. Sounds quite nice to walk over this. A little bit further now. I think that's Rhosydd, if that's how you pronounce it, a quarry, or what's left of it down in the distance. I'm guessing this isn't natural geology. I'm guessing it's just the spoil of mining. I don't know, or quarrying. I don't know why you'd leave so much behind. I mean, maybe these bits are just too small for what they wanted. And this building here, I guess, was once had like a winch. Maybe had a winch in it to pull stuff up or down this gradient here. But yeah, I'm not sure why all that would be there, unless maybe, you know, that was still to be transported down when the mine shut. Maybe it just became not profitable and they just stopped lowering it all down. But we'll make our way down this incline here to Rhosydd quarry, or what's left of it. Nice little lake there. Let Pesk put a pause in and have a drink. She's been drinking out of quite a lot of mountain streams and ponds. It's nice and quiet up here. Not too many people out today. I mean, I guarantee if you went up Snowdon today, it'd be busy. I guess a mountain like Snowdon, with the tallest in Wales, it attracts a lot more people. Something down there. What's that? A little bit of orange in the side of that lake. I don't know if you can see it. Go and see what that is. If it's a bit of rubbish, pick it up and take it home. But get down here and have a look at the map, see where's next. Might be that I don't walk to some places if it's getting a bit late. We've got a 2.5 hour drive home after here. Lovely day for it, nice and fresh. Equally, it'd be lovely up here in the sun. It starts to warm up. Starting to get hungry again, so stop for something to eat, give Pest some treats, and maybe stop by this lake because it's quite sheltered here. No wind. You can see as soon as that wind picks up, the wind chill certainly ramps up. Come on, Pesk. Come on. Come on. Come on. I don't want to get a paws wet. Oh. Guessing this was man-made, looking at it. An old rusty pipe there, so I'm guessing it, yeah, some bits of slate in there. That's someone's ball. I won't leave it. I mean, I won't pick it up. Let some other dog find it. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. See that when we get a close look at that when we get down there. Yeah, man-made lake. Must have been for drinking water. And it was a quarry. Yeah, it's not too slippy. Imagine if it was wet, it'd be quite slippy. Wow. Some absolute history up here. I think people were made of stronger stuff than we are now when they used to have to come up here and firstly build these, and then secondly come up here and work the slate quarrying. Legs are starting to feel it now coming down. Always gets my legs not as fit as I used to be, or not as used to walking. Come on then. Come on. Come on. Good girl. So I think this is the Rhosydd quarry, or what's left of it. This is what caught my eye when I was further back up there. Look at that. I have got to get a photo of that. Quite impressive. Bit of old track, railway track, or what would you call it, tramway, mineral tramway, maybe. Really is quite amazing. They built all of this up here. An old bucket. Guess that's what they load the slate down in. Some sort of internal combustion powered winch. Some better days. An old side valve engine. Leave a comment if you know what this engine is. There's not much left of it. Can't even say I've rebuilt worse, because I haven't. Another engine over here. Let's go and have a look at this. No rebuilding that. They're still in Rhosydd quarry. I'm guessing these houses would have been for living in, so maybe what I said earlier, they live up here in the week and then go home. A bit of graffiti there, but I think it's all new stuff. Mad Frank. Yeah, so I think they probably would have lived up here in the week to work. Old fireplace in that one. Oh, slippy. Old fireplace in there. Glad I've seen that. So I scouting Google Earth a long time ago, sort of come across that. I thought, oh, I'll walk there. And when I actually seen that on Google Earth, I actually thought it was the Anglesey Barracks to start with, and then after a bit more research, obviously Anglesey Barracks is that sort of well photographed area near Dinorwick quarry. And you know, I sort of went to Dinorwick quarry and Anglesey Barracks when I climbed Snowdon last, sort of the next day went and climbed that. That's really cool. So I think this way is back home. Across this house on the way back, Plas Cwmorthin, if I pronounce that correctly. Mighty old house. Try and get some information on it, leave it in the description. It's like a 3-storey house, all made of slate. Lots of fireplaces. As I imagine it's Baltic up here in the winter. Whether it was just an old farmhouse. Good girl. Yeah, whether it's a old farmhouse and it's just fell into disrepair. Lovely scenery. Or if it was to do with the quarry, maybe once upon a time it was the quarry owner's house. Lovely house. Wouldn't even call it a cottage, it's a good old size. Huge branches snapped off. Looks like it fell off recently. Go on, Pesk, can you jump that? Yeah, of course you can. Got a basement again, or a cellar. What's the difference between a basement and a cellar? And that was the doorbell. Ding dong. Oh wow, this is really cool. So it's where the gate would have been. Hinges. Lock would have been that side. Or catch. But I've got no signal, or I'll Google the history of this place. But, yeah, I like how they sort of do all the fences around here. There's big pieces of slate stood up on their end and stood in the ground. I mean, it's remnants of a couple of outbuildings or other houses around that house. But, obviously another one over there as well. But, absolutely lovely house, just in the trees there. So, Plas Cwmorthin. Cwmorthin? CWM Cwmorthin. Please let me know in the comments if I've pronounced that wrong. But, we'll walk back on this track. We're on the home straight now, so it's just a lake or reservoir or loch. Do you call them lochs in Wales? Like in Scotland? So just to walk around the outside of that, and then we're close back to the car. Yeah, see what I'm on about there. Slates stood up on the end to make a wall or a boundary. I'm guessing it was more for land demarcation and keeping sheep in. I imagine sheep are pesky little animals. There's sheep that jump out of that. You can maybe translate that. I'll get a photo and I'll translate it later when I've got a signal. I do like that house. Dream house. Dream house in the middle of nowhere. Carry on down here. Hello, thank you if you've made it this far. You're nearly at the end now. You don't need to endure me anymore. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, give the video a like if you like it, and ring the bell for future videos. I don't know if you've seen there, I had a little conversation with somebody in the hyperlapse. They'd sort of asked myself if, you know, it's a circular walk background, you know, from the car park that they left from, also the car park that I parked in. I told them of my route. They were a lovely young family, but, you know, just don't take your walks sort of lightly. Plan your walks quite well. I know I always make out that I'm, you know, getting a bit lost before going out on walks. You know, I do study Google Earth and Google Maps quite extensively and have a bit of a sort of a 3D image of where I'm going in my head. I hope these people made it back well. You know, maybe they made it a bit further along the path to some of the quarries and decided to make a U-turn. But with young kids, you know, it's certainly something I probably wouldn't want to undertake myself. You know, I'm no mountain leader by any stretch of the imagination, but, you know, I've done a lot of walking over the years and I do plan my routes well. But thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell.